Alright, PEAVEY Ultra 112. Right here. I bought one just like this one. Didn't come with a foot switch. Didn't think it was a big deal. Figured I could get one online. I noticed that the music go around where I bought this thing when I was trying it out. You could not access this crunch channel without a foot switch. So I bought it, took it home. First thing I did was get online and just Googled for a foot switch. PEAVEY Ultra 12 or Ultra 112 foot switch. Google. Come up with tons of switches, and none of them said Ultra. Here's one where a guy can make you one, Switch Doctor or something like that. He'll make you one for the Ultra series for $100. So I went to eBay and looked. I saw one, started bidding on it. I quit at about $100. I'm like, good Lord. Got up to 100, went for $153. I found out they're pretty hard to find. They made several of these old little plastic 3-button foot switches back in the day. And the one I needed says reverb right here. Not the one that says effects. This switch will not work. They're wired wrong anyway. They made one that looks like this. But that's a 6-pin DIN cable. The cable's only 6 pins. These other two are 7-pin foot switches. And I think they made several different wirings on these too. I mean, some of them went to PEAVEY Triumphs. They made a ton of those amps with the 7-pin cable. So I called PEAVEY to see if maybe they had a switch for it. PEAVEY said, yeah, this 3-button special use foot switch right here will work. He gave me the part number and everything, so you can get them on the website. $92.99. All right. So I looked around. I found a used one on Reverb right here. 3-button special use. $50. I bought it. When I got it and hooked it up, it didn't work. Didn't work right. The clean bypass switch would work, and then the effects switch would change the channel from crunch to ultra. At least I'm getting somewhere. I got to see what that crunch channel sounded like, but then this switch here did nothing. I still wanted a switch that worked right. So after looking all over the world, just couldn't come up with them. I mean, you seen that one that went for 150. I've seen another one that went for 100. The guy wanted 120 for it right out of the gate. Well, I didn't really like that little plastic switch with the buttons so close together anyway. I had one of these back in the day. Well, I've had several of them way back. And you do tend to hit 2 switches at once on accident if you're playing live. They just suck. So I already had this switch that didn't work. I figured I'll just take this switch and rewire it to match this amp. But when I opened it up, it had a board in it like this. I mean, I guess I probably could figure it out, but it looks like a nightmare wanting to deal with this. So I decided to just buy one of these foot switches and take all the parts and put into the metal case. Okay, that's where I ended up with this. There's the new switch I bought. That's the Ultra, or the Trans Tube 212 switch. Get them online everywhere. You can probably get them cheaper than this, $57.99. I was just tired of screwing with it. I wanted a brand new one. I got all brand new parts. So I took this switch and this switch and built my own switch. So if you decide to do that, when you open up that trans tube switch, this is about what it looks like. Just get all your components, or you can buy all this stuff separate, I guess. You don't need these resistors. At least I don't think you do. Nothing's went wrong yet. I read somewhere a guy said you don't need them. And then just find you a drill bit. Find a drill bit, matches these holes where you took the lights out, the LEDs. Drill these 3 holes out. Make you another hole wherever you want to put that other light. It's not that bad, really. There's the switch. Now, you're way better off with a case like this than that little plastic one. Now this deal here, that little plastic grommet, it was on the old one too, or with that new one. Keep that. And then I'm not going to take this thing back apart, but inside here is just a 3/8 fender washer, and it worked perfect. That grommet fit right in the hole in the washer. All I had to do is drill a couple holes in that washer to put bolts in here, and that worked out. That's top notch. And I also where the little where these LEDs here, you know, when they fit tight, they fit good in there. But I went ahead and on the inside and put some glue, hot glue, with a hot glue gun, kind of like they did around here. They did it around their lights. I did that. I suppose you could buy one of these switches and just rewire it, you know. You can make a box out of anything you want, I guess. Customize it. Anyway, here's the important stuff. The wiring. There you go. Screenshot this or whatever. This is the wiring that will work with them Ultra amps. That color code I got here, that's the color of the wires that came with that 212 trans tube switch that I bought from PEAVEY. I've seen some other cables that are different. Colors are different. You just gotta remember when you're looking at this pin layout, you're looking at the back side, the solder side of it. Show you this. I made this up. Looking at solder side. You're looking at the back. Like if you was to pull that little metal sleeve back, take that screw out at the end of it, pull that sleeve back, you're looking at it from that direction. And there's your wiring. I'm not sure it's possible you could buy one of them 3-button foot switches that say reverb on it and it not work. It'd be wired for a Triumph or something else, unless you can find one that somebody had that went with an Ultra and they know that it worked right. Anyway, here's the amp. There's your clean. Some reverb. That works. There's your clean bypass. For your crunch channel. Here's your Ultra channel. There you go. Good to go. Just build your own switch. You try to jacking around trying to find one for that amp, or one of them other ones, the 212 or the 410 or whatever. But there you go. There's your wiring. Another quick look at that. That there. Just remember, you're looking at the back side, the solder side. You might end up with a cable that these colors ain't the same, but whatever. You can figure it out. There you go. All right.